Sharp Kim here, coming at you with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why every man, regardless of your age, should have at least one woman as a friend. Now, I know this goes against conventional wisdom. This goes against probably what you've heard in your neighborhood, in your city, in your town, on the television, on the talk shows, the movies, through your friends, your family. Say that women, men and women can't be friends. And, you know, the women always want to have sex with guys. Men always want to have sex with women. I know. I've heard it all. I've heard it all before. Well, here's the deal. To this day, I got at least 3 women that I'm pretty close with. And we've never had sex. No sex. Can't have no sex if you're going to be friends. And we're friends. We're friends. No sex. No sexual relations. No, don't make no passes. Don't grab no butts. Don't grab no tits. No kissing on the neck. None of that. We're friends. Strictly friends. She's like one of the boys. She's like an advisor. She's like a consultant. That's what I'm talking about. Now, see, you as the man, if you want to be friends with a woman, you as the man has to establish the boundaries. See, if you leave it up to the woman, that's probably not going to work. Unless, the only way that will work is if she's not attracted to you. Because if she's not attracted to you, she's going to put you in the friend zone anyway. So it wouldn't even matter. But I'm talking about, you got to have a friend, a female friend, that's attractive. She has to be at least a 7. At least a 7. 7 or 8, 9, dime, whatever. But at least a 7. And the reason why that is because there's just some things, man, just in life, especially if you're out and about, you're moving a shaker, you're meeting a lot of people, meeting a lot of women, you're traveling a lot. There's just some things you're not going to be able to see. There's just some blind spots out here. It's kind of like driving a car. You driving a car, you got blind spots. So when you're out and about socializing with women, meeting people, it's blind spots. Some things you're just not going to see right away. That's why it's good to have a different set of eyes sometimes. It's good to have a different perspective from different people. But ultimately, I am going to make the final decision because this is my life. However, it's always good to get input or opinions from other people. So, and see, here's the deal. There's a lot of women that hide things. There's a lot of women out here that play games. And some things they're just not going to tell the guy. But here's the deal. See, every time I've thought about settling down with a woman, being serious, we're going to be in a relationship, I always brought her around my friends, my cousins, family, maybe a brother, sister, you know, and I let them, hey, I get input from them. Hey, what do you think about her? You think she's cool? You know, I mean, I get different perspective from everybody. Whether it's my cousin input, my female friend's input, my buddy's input, you know. So, see, the thing is, well, a lot of women can pick up on stuff that some guys can't. And see, when I was in my 20s, I made a lot of mistakes, man. I probably made every mistake you can probably think of. But hey, I'm still here. You know, I'm not too bad off. So I survived the chaos when I was in my 20s. So there's a lot of stuff that a lot of women can't see. A lot of guys can't see, but a lot of women can't hide from other women. So this is why it's good to have a female friend. This is why. And what happens a couple of times, let me tell you something that happened. A couple of times when a couple of women found out that I had a female as a friend, they were very intimidated. Very uncomfortable with that. And see, that was a red flag. Because the reason why she was uncomfortable with that, because she knew she was hiding shit. She knew she was being, she wasn't being real. She was kind of perpetrating a fraud. And see, a lot of women can pick up on that shit. And sometimes, back in the day, every once in a while, if you're in your 20s especially, sometimes a woman will say some shit to you, and you be like, is she bullshitting? You know? Is she being honest? And then what I used to do, I used to call up my female friend or whatever at the time, and we still friends today. And I used to call her up and be like, hey, what do you think about this? And I'll tell her, I'll give her the context, the rundown of what happened in the conversation. And she'd be like, nah, she just playing around, you know. But coming from a man perspective, certain things that women say, we really don't know how to take it sometimes. We really don't know. Because a lot of this stuff comes with experience. But see, back in my 20s, I was looking to try to, I was really looking to cut corners, really. I really wanted to cut corners, but it doesn't exist. But I was looking for shortcuts, really. And one of the fastest ways to get shortcuts is by having women as friends. They're strictly friends, man. And I'm saying, now I know some guys will say, oh man, come on. I don't want to be friends with women. What do I need them for? I got my boys for that. But here's the deal. Most of your buddies, they really don't know shit. That's really the truth. But if you're in your 20s, they're just trying to figure it out just like you're trying to figure it out. So, there's a female's perspective and there's a male perspective. And plus it's like, I like to stay 2 to 4 to 5 steps ahead of everybody. So I like to have inside information. I like to kind of be on the edge of certain situations. So you gotta have at least one female friend in your side pocket. That's how I do it, man. And today, it's like I said, I got like 3 close female friends. And as a matter of fact, one of them is probably going to be looking at this video. More than likely. It's all good, But, hey, it takes a village to have a family. It takes a village to have kids. So it takes, teamwork make the dream work, man. You can't do everything by yourself. And that's the problem with a lot of guys. A lot of guys, they trying to do every goddamn thing by themselves. Guys today don't meet up. They don't really talk like they really supposed to talk. Guys are kind of like, they keep themselves today more than ever. They don't really express themselves, but that's a very tough way to function, especially in this society today. So, it's like, you're a man, you have to establish the boundaries. What some guys go wrong is they wait for women to establish the boundaries. They wait for women to do every goddamn thing. But if you're the man, you have to, if you think you want the relationship to be a certain type of way, sometimes you got to step up to the plate, man. Sometimes you got to talk. You know, now it might be uncomfortable, of course. Shit. Yeah, there's a lot of things uncomfortable in this world. You should get used to being uncomfortable. Otherwise, if you're comfortable all the time, you're not growing. You know what I'm saying? Either you're growing or you're dying. So if you're comfortable all the time, you're not growing, dude. You're just stagnant, really. And if you're stagnant, you're not growing. If you're neutral, you're not growing. So, I mean, who said everything had to be comfortable all the time anyway? Who came up with that rule? I'm happy I didn't grow up like that. So you got to have conversation. You got to have tough conversation. But really, the conversation that I had with my female friends, it wasn't really a tough conversation. It was kind of like we just talked about it in person once, and we talked about it over the telephone once, and we just established a relationship over time. And you know, this is how it's gonna be. You know, I like it like this. I support you. You support me. It's kind of like an organic type of deal. You know what I'm saying? Over time. But in the beginning, you have to talk about it. You can't leave things by chance. And that's the problem with a lot of people. A lot of people are very passive. They kind of leave things by chance. They don't like to talk about it. And you know what's weird about a lot of people? You got some people out here that they'll hang around each other for 3 months, 6 months, males and females. They'll hang out together, and no one knows where the other person stands. No one, either side, don't know how the other person feel about each other. That's weird, man. It's weird. You know, I always thought that shit was weird. How the hell you be around somebody for 3 months, 6 months, and don't know where the other person stands? That's weird. You know, that's leaving things by chance. That's just spend time together, play like we like each other, and see where the chips fall. No, you got to talk about things. You can't just let life pass you by. You know, like a speedboat. No. You know, so hey, every man needs at least one woman in their side pocket. And she has to be attractive. At least a 7 on a scale of 1 to 10. So if you like what you heard, subscribe to my channel. Go check out my book on Amazon.com. Subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/sharp game. Check out my website, chooseyourrelationships.com. Until next time, I'm out. Peace!